Hey everybody, this is Trevor, and this is my first video on YouTube. So, in the comments, take it easy on me. Don't be too harsh. This video is about the ending of Mass Effect 3, and how I think the indoctrination theory is the right one. From here on out, spoilers. Click away, hit back, mute, minimize, whatever you want to do. If you haven't beat it, just don't listen to it. But I have a PlayStation, so I never got to play the first Mass Effect. And when the second one came out, I never gave it much thought. I never really looked like a game that I would like. Then I saw it about a month and a half ago on sale for $20. So I was like, what the hell? Might as well, and I bought it. And I came home that night, and I played it for about 3 hours. I fell in love with it, and I fell in love with the story, the characters, everything. And so, I was a first day buyer for the third one. And just like the second one, it was amazing. BioWare had me. And then the end came. And for those of you who have played it and played the trilogy, you know that the ending is lacking on what you wanted it to be, on what you thought it would be. And there's a lot of confusion of what BioWare was trying to pull off with the ending. For one, I really wasn't that mad with the ending, like a lot of people are. I was more confused with it at first. And then as I thought about it, a couple days went by and I was just thinking of what could have been going through BioWare's mind when they did this, or if there was a hidden meaning behind the ending. I was reading a lot of articles about it, and about all the people who are mad about it, and how they're petitioning BioWare to change the ending, and donating to charities to get BioWare's attention. I think the charity has about $30,000 raised. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there was a lot of people angry about it. And as I was reading, I found an article on the indoctrination theory, and then I saw YouTube videos about the indoctrination theory, and it just makes so much sense to me. And I wish more people would read about it, or if they have, I wish they would consider it, because it makes sense. And if that's what BioWare was trying to pull off, then I think their storytelling skills are the best ever. Like, I don't think BioWare has always been really good with stories, and if this is what they were planning, the indoctrination theory, then that'll just make it even better. And if not, and the ending's just like it is, then I think they missed a chance for a great ending to a great trilogy. But anyway, on to the ending. At the end, you see you, Anderson, some soldiers, and your crew going down to a beam that'll shoot you up to the Citadel, so you can open up the arms, so you can use the Crucible. And as you're running towards the beam, Harbinger comes down, and I think a couple more Reapers. But inevitably, you get hit by a beam. And here's where it gets weird. When you wake up, your armor's gone, you look around, and everyone's dead. but you can't find your crew. I think I took Garrus and Tally with me, and I couldn't find them anywhere. And over your mic, you hear them saying that nobody survived the assault and for everyone to pull back. Which is weird because you did. You would think if they were watching it, they'd see you up walking around. But when you get up, from the point where you wake up to the ending, it just feels so surreal and dreamlike, and by just the way that Shepard's walking and the camera angle, it feels weird. It felt weird to me anyway. Anyway, when you go into the beam, you get sent up to the Citadel. I keep wanting to say collectorship for some reason. But when you get there, you wake up and you hear Anderson talking to you. And he says he came in behind you, but he got put in a different location than you. And just hearing Anderson talk, it sounds weird. It sounds off to me. And as you're walking, he's describing the area he's at, and that the walls were moving. And then he goes over a chasm to get to the actual console, to open up the arms. And when you get to the chasm, I looked around and there was no other way to get there but from the way Shepard came. And I'm thinking, okay, the walls are moving. Maybe that would work. So I didn't put much thought into that. And when you get to the console, you see Anderson there. And he doesn't even look like he's been touched. Shepard looks all beat to hell, but Anderson looks like he just walked right through. And then he turns around and it appears like he's being controlled. And then you see the Elusive Man walk in, which raises another question, is how the Elusive Man got there. Has he been there the whole time? And if not, how did he get past the Reapers to get there? He appears to be indoctrinated. I never got to play the first one, but people are saying he looked like Saren did at the end of the first one. And I ran across a couple articles, and I agree that I think Anderson and the Elusive Man are just part of Shepard's mind that the Reapers took out that Shepard recognizes. He recognizes Anderson. He recognizes the Elusive Man. So I think the Reapers took them out to help with the indoctrination process. Anderson represents the part of Shepard's mind that is fighting the indoctrination. And the Elusive Man represents the part that's being indoctrinated or is already indoctrinated and trying to force the indoctrination. Because no matter what, the Elusive Man never steps down from saying that the Reapers should be controlled. He's forceful with that. No matter what you say, you can't make him think otherwise. You can't make him think that, oh, killing them would be better for humanity. And then it comes to a part where the Elusive Man can shoot Anderson, and you can let him. When it comes up as a renegade option to stop the Elusive Man from shooting Anderson. And then if you let him shoot Anderson, he'll point the gun at you. And again, it comes up with a renegade option to stop him from shooting you. And that goes along with the indoctrination, because if Anderson is the part of your mind that's fighting and the Elusive Man kills him, then you've basically given up. And the Reapers want you to think that's the good thing. So if you're playing as a Paragon and a Renegade option pops up, you're not going to want to do it. you're going to think it's the bad thing to do. And in reality, shooting the elusive man is the best thing to do in that situation, because if you don't, you'll die. But basically what I'm getting from that is if he shoots you, that's basically you giving in to the indoctrination. And they want you to view that as a bad thing. So they make it a renegade option. But after all that's done, you shoot the elusive man, or you make him shoot himself. You open the arms, and you get a call from Hackett saying that nothing is happening. So you go over to the console, but you don't quite reach it. And then you get lifted up on a beam of light to the upper part of the Citadel. And people have been saying that in this area there's no air. I don't know if there's some kind of field around it or not. Information on that would be great. And if there's not a field, then yes, I don't understand how Shepard was breathing. But when I played it, I thought there was. So, and then when you're up there, you see the image of the little boy that died on Earth in the beginning. And he says he is the catalyst to the Crucible. And that technically he's a Reaper. And again, I think with all the indoctrination process, the Reapers took something out of Shepard's mind that he recognizes, which is the little boy, to try to help convince Shepard to do what they want. And during all this time, throughout the game, you've been able to question everything. With this segment of talking, you just go along with what the little boy says. There's no option to question. Sorry, I think I'm getting sick. It's been raining for like 3 days. But there's no option to question the little boy. It's all just, okay, these are my options. How should I go about it? And you're given three options. Destroy the Reapers, control the Reapers, or synthesize, which is put your DNA into the Crucible and synthesize organics and synthetics. And when he's giving you these options, when it's to destroy the Reapers, you see Anderson shooting the console, and it appears red, which, if you play the game, you know red indicates renegade. And it shows the elusive man controlling the Reapers, and it shows blue, which, if you play the game, blue represents Paragon. And that's another way that they're trying to mess with you, is that they're showing that controlling the Reapers is the good thing, and destroying them is the bad, when in reality it's the opposite. And I only destroyed them because I only played it once. I'm on my second playthrough now. But when you destroy them, you see the little boy just disappear instantly. Like, he's afraid or angry, and he just goes away. I watched a video, and when you do the control, he lingers. He stays behind you and watches for a little while. It almost looked like he's smiling. And I view that as the control is what they want, because that just means they're still around. That means they're still there. That means Shepard fell to the indoctrination. He did what they wanted. And at that point, if you do control or synthesize, that's falling to the indoctrination. And I believe that if you destroy the Reapers, that's Shepard winning against the indoctrination. He stopped them. And I posted a comment on IGN the other day about all this, and somebody commented back saying that the little 20-second ending of Shepard breathing was after he crashed down from the Citadel and he survived somehow. Okay, at the beginning, when you're leaving Earth, you see all this spaceship debris falling to Earth in fireballs. When the Citadel blows up, even if Shepard made it back to Earth, made it into the atmosphere, he would burn up and die. Most likely, if the Citadel blew up, he would just be there in space, just kind of floating around in pieces. But at the end, at the little 20-second ending, you see rubble. Concrete rubble. Not tech, not metal, but rubble of Earth, not pieces of Citadel. Which leads me to think that at that point, you're back at where Harbinger attacked you. And that the whole thing you just went through was part of the indoctrination. And you overcame it. And that's just my thoughts. I don't know where BioWare is going to go with this. I don't know if they'll release a DLC for the true ending, which I would hope would be free. I'm not angry with the ending they have now. I'm confused by it. And if they decide that this is what they want, then okay. I mean, they're the creators. That's their right. And if they do this, and if they had this planned all along, then I think that's amazing storytelling. And it'll definitely be remembered and talked about for a while. But anyway, that's my thoughts. Leave me some comments. I'll reply to them. I'll read them. If you have anything to add, anything that I missed, leave me a comment, and I will see you next time.